that we can make it in the aviation industry?
Sam, thank you for this question. You know, I've always said that the difference between a growing and a developing economy is not the human capital, nor the material capital that develops it, is the leadership. And we are very lucky in Akwa Ibom State today to have His Excellency Governor Odeme Emmanuel as a governor, and he has brought to bear his experiences in the private sector in the management of the state affairs. And he has provided the right leadership. That is why you have seen the level of development. In Akwa Ibom State, we have an aviation development master plan, which included the airport, the MRO, an airline, and even a cargo terminal. I think it could only take someone with the right focus and the capacity to be able to do what Governor Odeme Emmanuel has done. Obongota started the airport, and successive administration also contributed to it. And when Governor Odeme Emmanuel came into office, is continuing with the construction of the second runway, taxiway, and one of the components of the master plan was an airline, which is supposed to feed the MRO. And it is is something that is very, very good that we have an airline, and it came at a time that the resources that are available to the state are significantly reduced, and that even in the country we were under a period of recession. But Governor Odeme Emmanuel is able to prioritize government activities that will have direct impact on the life of our people in terms of the resources that are available. And he then came up with the idea that, look, it is important for us to continue with the implementation of the master plan that we had for the aviation industry in Akwa Ibom State. And he started by creating the Ministry of Aviation. And when he did it, a lot of people were asking questions, why aviation? But I think on the 20th of February 2019, when 2 aircraft arrived for Ibom Air, people now appreciated what he was doing. And I'm very happy that today, that despite all the rights of, despite all the negative talks, that Ibom Air is flying from Lagos, Uyo to Lagos, and from Uyo to Abuja. We have 3 flights a day for these 2 routes. And I believe that in the next couple of weeks, we are going to commence Abuja, Lagos, and Lagos, Abuja. So I'm very happy. And I'm quite sure, Sam, you are also happy that we have an airline. We are the first state in Africa, in Nigeria, to have, support the establishment of a commercial airline. I think this is a great feat, and is a kudos to Governor Odeme Emmanuel.
If you just join us, I'm playing host to Honorable Akan Okon, the immediate past Commissioner of Special Duties and Aviation Development in Akwa Ibom State. And we're just talking about the successes of Ibom Air. Yes, Honorable Commissioner, let's delve into the benefits, because every investor would want income, would want profits. The profitability of Ibom Air. Some are saying in terms of employment, that Ibom Air is not going to employ more than 50. Why did the government not venture into an establishment that would have at least employed up to 2,000 people? Please, can you educate Akwa Ibom people and, of course, Nigerians on this?
Well, the person that is talking that Ibom Air cannot employ more than 50 people, I think he does not know what he or she is talking about. Because currently, I know that on the staff list of Ibom Air, we have a minimum of about 300 direct employment and multiple indirect benefits. By the time the fleet is increased and we commence operation in our routes, it's going to also increase the number of people in employment. So for those people that are still talking down on this great investment, I think it's a high time we forget about making negative criticism on something that is working. You know, a lot of things has been said. There's a time I was told that we borrowed the aircraft. Even when the airplane went for demonstration flight, they came to the airport and said, oh, the plane has been taken away.
By the owners.
By the owners. But today it is flying. So I believe people should look at the positive impact this airline is going to bring to Akwa Ibom State. One, in the area of ease of doing business. You know, before now, our businessmen, even people in political office, if they have meetings in either Abuja or Lagos, for example, if they have a meeting tomorrow, they have to leave today, because the earliest flight that can leave Uyo to Abuja or Lagos tomorrow will be not later than 12 or sometimes 4 p.m. So for a one-day meeting, that means you have to spend 3 days and spend hotel accommodation for 2 nights. But that's a thing of the past now, because with Ibom Air, you can go to Lagos in the morning by 8 o'clock, attend to your meeting by 12, 1, 2, 3. By 5:36, you come back to you. The same thing is applicable to Abuja. So I think it's going to, you know, improve the ease of doing business in our state. And then the tourism potential of our state will also be enhanced, because when people know they can come into our state and go out and there's availability of flight, they will come in. And, you know, the airline, like I've said before, the biggest airline that you have in the world today, they started just like Ibom is starting. And I want to say that with the plan that has been put in place, I believe that this airline, in the very, very, not too long a time, will be an airline to be reckoned with in Nigeria first, Africa, and then we will now go to the world. So for me, I believe that this is a very good investment. It's a good project, which every right-thinking Akwa Ibom person is very happy about. But you know that there are some people who are criticizing it. And I want to say that they shouldn't be blamed, because in life, whatever we do and wherever we are is a question of the choices that we make. And that at any given point in time in our life, there's a decision to make. There's a choice to make. Like I'm on the radio today. It's a choice. I could have stopped coming.
You could have stopped talking to the people.
Yes, but I choose to. So at any given point in time, you have a choice to make. And there are a lot of Akwa Ibom people.
Just
99% of them have chosen to support this project, to support Ibom Air. And they're very happy about it.
Okay, Mr. Akan Okon, just as you talk about choice, your recent publication on the Divine Mandate magazine, 2019 edition, you said, Governor Dom is a blessing. I stand where he stands, Akan Okon. Why did you make that statement?
Well, you can see what has happened in Akwa Ibom State since Governor Dom Emmanuel came into office. There have been peace in this state. There's economic development. The youths are happy, the women are happy. I think every right-thinking person who's a lover of the people should be happy to be associated with good things. Governor Emmanuel represents, is a symbol of good things for Akwa Ibom people. And therefore, as a right-thinking person who mean well for the people, who should be able to stand by the side of the man that has the interest of Akwa Ibom State at heart, and his focus and his passion is to ensure that this state is properly developed and that employment opportunities is created for the young men and women, so that instead of begging for a living, they could work to earn a living.
Instead of begging for a living, that's one of the strong statements that His Excellency Governor Dom Emmanuel has been making since assumption of office. He said he doesn't want the young people to beg for a living. He also said he wants to prepare the future for them as well. Yes, Honorable Commissioner, some critics also say, why Ibom Air? What happened to Ibom Deep Sea Port, which according to them would have expanded job opportunity, would have expanded employment opportunity. And they also said that with Ibom Deep Sea Port, a whole lot will be achieved. What do you have to say about that? Not in comparison, but where did you stop after the dissolution of the executive? Where did the government stop as regards Ibom Deep Sea Port?
So I want to thank His Excellency Governor Dom Emmanuel for the foresight. Upon assumption of office in 2015, he put in place a technical committee for the realization of Ibom Deep Sea Port. This committee, which is made up of very experienced sons and daughters of Akwa Ibom State in the maritime sector. The committee is headed by Mrs. Mfono Soro, who is a one-time Director General of NEMASA. And I want to say that with the support of His Excellency in moving that project the way it is now. And I'm happy to tell you that through the effort of this committee, that a preferred bidder for the construction of Ibom Deep Sea Port has been selected, and the full business case has been approved by the ICRC, the Infrastructure Reconciliation Commission, and the Federal Ministry of Transportation, working with MPA, is doing everything to ensure that the ports is realized. As I speak to you, negotiation is ongoing with the preferred bidders in respect of the terms of the concession. And I'm very certain that in the next couple of months, that will be concluded so that this port can begin, the construction of the port can begin. And I'm very happy with what the committee has done. The committee did not just go out there to look for a construction firm to come and construct the port. They were interested in a company that has the capacity to attract cargo to this port. And I'm happy that the preferred bidder that emerged, which is Bolloré Power China, they are among the top 5 in terms of cargo and maritime business in Europe. And currently in Africa, they have about 21 ports under management, and they are coming to Ibom Deep Sea Port to consolidate the operations. And I think the attraction is because of the draft of that proposed port, that without dredging, we have up to 17 meters, 17.5 meters. So I want to say that the processes involved in the establishment or floating of a deep sea port is more, the gestation period is longer than that of an airline. That is why Ibom Air has started. But I want to assure our Akwa Ibom people that Governor Dom Emmanuel is doing everything to ensure that the Ibom Deep Sea Port is realized because of the economic value and economic benefit that it will give to our state.
Okay. It's still Akwa Ibom Mandatory Special Edition. Akan Okon speaks. Of course, we're trying to also look at the benefit or the successes of Ibom Air via the Ibom Deep Sea Port. And you've listened to him talk about it. Very soon, Honorable, we'll be having interaction with our people, some of the social media, because these broadcasts is being streamed live, and also some sister station are joining them. I cannot get a foot of it so that I'll be able to put the announcement across. And so, we also try as much as we can. If you're listening outside this place and if you want to listen to the commissioner very well, you can go to www.planet101.1fm.ng so that you can listen live right here from Uyo. Honorable Commissioner, some of the thing a lot of people wanted to talk about is the very fact that the 21-story building, what many people termed commercial story building, is to attract mobile and other IOCs to Akwa Ibom State, because hitherto the land they are making so much money from They have since abandoned it. No headquarter of these is happening in Akwa Ibom State. And for the first time, we see this kind of commitment on the part of government to attract these people to the states. Will these sound like bribery? He said, okay, I'm bribing you by giving you an office. Okay, come. Must we beg them to come?
Sam, every time this issue comes up, I always like to say that it is very sad that Akwa Ibom State is the #1 oil producing state in Nigeria, and all the agencies in the oil industry, like the PPMC, the NNMC, the NMC, and DPR, they do not have a kiosk in our state. It's very sad. So I believe that with the level of infrastructural development in our state, it is going to be a compelling reason for them to come. And for Mobile, for example, you are talking about bribe. It's not a question of bribe. The way Mobile is structuring their operations, they do not own assets in terms of office building in any way they operate outside the U.S. For example, their operations in Lagos. The Mobile house that you see in Lagos is not owned by them. It's on lease. So I believe that His Excellency Governor Dom Emmanuel, having a full understanding the way that Mobile structure their balance sheet, that the provision of this infrastructure will compel them to come, and is in serious discussion with them. So I have no doubt that by the time this building is completed, that they are going to bring some of the operations here, and this is going to significantly impact on our economic life in Akwa Ibom State.
Okay, Honorable Commissioner, today is going to be more of interaction because we'll try as much as we can to open the phone lines. I know most of the questions I would love to ask might not be the questions that the listening public and those watching us would want to ask you as regards Ibom Air, as regards Ibom Deep Sea Port, as regards every other aspect of economic development of Akwa Ibom State, and perhaps politics as well. So we open the phone lines. You can be part of this program on the 090-222-31011. You can also send us an SMS only on 080-3276-7729. Don't forget the number to call only is 090-222-31011. And of course, you definitely be asking the Honorable Commissioner any question you wish to ask that has to do with the development of Akwa Ibom State. If you have any other political questions that has to do with this discussion, no problem, we can go ahead. But be that as it may, let's stay on the issue. Let's see how we can unanimously build a better Akwa Ibom State. And with that, we'll move to the next level. Yes, I'm going to short break. When I return from the break, don't go away. Akan Okon speaks. We'll be right back.
Governor Dom is a performing governor. Yes, he is. He is really a performing governor. But I think he really needs to do more.
I need Governor Dom Emmanuel make it calm my community because me self, I won't get the share of the national cake.
Yes, Governor Dom do need to do more. I will give you all my support.
We need him to come to a community. We need him here.
I like Governor Dom Emmanuel and I love what he's doing in Akwa Ibom State.
Akwa Ibomites, rise to the faith of greatness. Rise to the faith that Akwa Ibom was created by God out of greatness. Rise to the faith that as a people, we can move beyond biases, ethnicity, religion, and gender. Rise to togetherness. Rise to the faith of our resources, beyond what others see, human and intellectual. Rise to chart a new course for us, our children, and a generation of Akwa Ibomites unborn. Rise to the fact that one day we shall be counted as a great people of a great state with great minds. Rise to the fact that all things are possible and many more. Hold fast the confession of our hope that without wavering, for he who promised is faithful. I am an Akwa Ibomite and I rise to the faith of greatness. Medakanda.
Akwa Ibom, Dakada.
Only God. Yeah, it's me time. was 13, just the impossible 13. At least make a reshaping. Now the past 18 plus 13.
Only God.
Don't no one make a sing. These people do me things so. Need to take a be follow.
It's good to have you back on the show. The program is Akwa Ibom Mandate. Of course, today we're playing host to Mr. Akan Okon, the immediate past Commissioner of Special Duties and Aviation Development, Akwa Ibom State. A very new ministry for that matter, not quite long. Of course, Akwa Ibom State is flying very high. And it is also a good thing for us to have a kind of governor we have, whose responsibility is about economic development. Your Excellency, you've done quite well. And we want to believe that a lot of people will support you. Your support is increasing every day. People thought it's just a mere political statement that you did in 2015, but that statement has translated into tangible economic development in Akwa Ibom State. And we pray that God will give you a double match to continue doing just that. Okay, right. Akan Okon is here in the house, and I don't want to go back to the issue, the politics of Seaport, because there was a journal too I went through. It says that the federal government, Lagos State, is afraid that Akwa Ibom State, having the longest coastline in Nigeria, in Africa, if she has a seaport, Lagos Seaport would dry up from business. I wanted to react to that.
I don't think so, Sam.
But is there any politics in Abuja trying to truncate the efforts of Akwa Ibom State government in making sure that Ibom Deep Seaport works?
You know, Sam, life is all about challenges. And we are going to surmount this challenge. I've told you the way we are now. It shows the way Governor Emmanuel has led the state, that the prayers that our people pray is working. Can you imagine that we're at the final stage and without making noise, that we've obtained the approval of the regulatory body, that it's okay, good to go, and it's just for the presidency to sign up, and it's going to be signed. So I believe that if you go to a country like Singapore, I think their mainstay is in maritime shipping business. So in Nigeria here, as of today, because of the way the country has grown, the capacity of the existing port that we have in Lagos is overstretched. That is why, as of today, you spend up to 62 days to get your container out of the port. And this cost is passed to the consumers. I believe that by the time our port comes online, Lagos State or Lagos ports will still be there providing services, and our own port will also be providing services at the end of the day. It is Nigeria that will gain from it, because the revenue that comes in to the country for us to share will increase. So I don't think it should be something that anybody should be afraid of. Instead, everybody should applaud and commend Governor Emmanuel, because he has single-handedly pushed this project the way it is now. I think he is worthy of commendation. And I will tell you, by the time this port is up and running, it's going to change the entire narrative of our state. So
we've been hearing Ibom Deep Seaport, Ibaka Deep Seaport. Is it that nothing was done ab initio?
Well, what I want to say is that Governor Emmanuel had the foresight, and he knew the only way to fast-track the realization of this deep sea port was to take it out of government bureaucracy and give it to a committee that is made up of experts. In this committee, you have people who have worked in the maritime sector, in NPA, even retired admirals in the Navy, professionals who has brought in their experiences.
Are they from Akwa Ibom?
They are from Akwa Ibom. Radiographers who work with NPA, they have done a great job. And what the committee did was to also ensure that we have one of the top-class consultants in the maritime sector. And you know, Singapore is known, like I said earlier, they are known for maritime and shipping. And from that place, we're able to get a first-class consultant that has been able to midwife this project the way it is now.
Okay, it is high time we begin taking text messages and calls at the same time. Let me start with the text messages here. This one comes, it said, Sam, I congratulate all Akwa Ibom representatives on their inauguration. Let them be aware of the fact that they are servant leader or servant of the people. Okay, it's coming from Alpha Kufa. Okay, Alpha Kufa, a popular musician in Akwa Ibom State. This one says, good morning, Mr. Samson. Please, I want to know what is really happening in the deep sea port project. If you're ignorant, if you've listened to the immediate past Commissioner of Aviation telling us that government is on top gear to get these work, and very soon it's going to work. And he also told us that there's a formidable committee that was put together by His Excellency Governor Domi Manuel to interpret the vision of getting the deep sea port working. Okay, this one says, good morning. Please, I think the declaration of June 12 is a Democracy Day by Buhari can never erase the devilish interruption he did to oh please, we are not talking about Buhari here. We're not talking about our president today. We are talking about development in Akwa Ibom State, and you check the hashtag Akan Okon speaks. Okay, I'm Emmanuel Masadi from Okobo local government. Samson and Honorable Commissioner, good morning. What will be the benefit of Ibom Air to common man? Mr. Samson, Honorable Commissioner, please. I need your financial support. I'm a student of Akwa Poly. Okay, let's first of all answer this very important question to say what's going to be the benefits of Ibom Air to a common man. I think the Commissioner, you said something about that. Can you please put that, let this guy understand what you're talking about? He said, what is going to be the benefit? Because some of them are not going to fly. But meanwhile, let me also announce here that Planet FM, the management, did say they're going to sponsor certain individual who has never fly before to fly Ibom Air. They will pay the ticket. They also give you 20,000 pocket money to do shopping. You go to Abuja that very day and return in the evening when the flight comes back to you. I think that's a good one from Planet FM.
I think that's a good one.
Yes.
I think what Planet FM has done, I don't think there will be any common man again in Akwa Ibom.
Okay. So everybody, you have opportunity to fly. Planet is telling you, you come and fly. If you've never boarded an airplane before, you know. Like I said the other time, jokingly, I remember when I fly with somebody who has never flown before, you know, he was afraid and thinking that any sugma will not Oh, so she said, sir, please, I want to know how far with the refinery. Yes, Governor did talked about refinery sometime. I think that's what this person is talking about. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, you know, Sam, you know, like I said earlier, Governor Domi Manuel is passionate about developing this state and is interested in ensuring that the opportunities, we have very intelligent and educated young men and women in our state, and they need to be positively engaged. So I want to assure the person that His Excellency will not leave any stone unturned in ensuring that the industry, including the that is going to give employment opportunities to our people, is built here. So I think, like it's always said that if you have a wine, the older the wine stays in the bottle, the better. Governor Domi Manuel in the last 4 years has performed excellently well in every facet of economic life. I believe that in the second term, he will even do more and better than he did in his first term.
Okay, another question here. He said, I want to know the time frame for completion of the 21-story commercial building, Bestman.
Bestman, the 21-story building, as you can see, the structural work has been completed, and the facade, we're expecting it. I'm quite sure in the next couple of weeks it would have arrived, so that I'm sure by the end of this year, significant progress would have been made, and the building will be ready.
Okay. Still before, because I know this is after the heart of His Excellency to get 4 Point by Sheraton working. What's the situation like? Because the past administration was complaining that, come on, I put this place and it has not been used. And you came up at a time to say that there's certain facilities that need to be fixed because a hotel of that standard needs to meet certain requirements. Where are we right now?
Yes, the last time I came here and I said that part of the delay was the fact that there was a change in terms of the management, because the Starwood brand, which was to manage that hotel initially, was acquired by the Marriott Group. And Marriott came up with they have their own standard, they have a requirement, and we had to meet that requirement. And I'm happy to tell you that if you go to the hotel now, all the things that Marriott requested us to do, we've done them. Access road, car park, name it. As we speak now, the team from Marriott, they are here doing they're doing their inspection, because there are certain things that were manual in the place and they wanted it automatic. And I want to thank His Excellency Governor Odom Emmanuel for providing the funding to enable us meet the requirement. And I'm very sure that by the time the inspection is completed, they would have given us a pass mark so that we'll get ready to open up that place. But a lot of work has been done. If you, I want to suggest to you that maybe after this program, just take a ride to the place. You'll see that there have been significant change. When it was commissioned in 2015, there was no car park. A lot of things.
I don't want to bore you with the past because I know what it is. Sometimes when we sit down here to try to educate people, a lot of things are being politicized, and so people should stop making political statements. His Excellency, from what I've heard now, you've done well by making sure that you reposition that place, and of course Marriott, keep doing a good job. We got the phone lines. If you're watching or you're listening, you have the right to send us an SMS on 080-3276-7729. You also want to call, you call us on 090-222-31011 and be part of the show. Very soon we'll also go to social media to treat most of your questions to the guest in the house. Akan Okon speaks. I have a caller. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Who am I speaking with and where are you calling from?
I'm in the going to you.
Okay, Udwak, to you. Abadia. I make up some commission as a damn. Okay. Amen. That's all good.
I'm talking now for how many months now? I am about for a book. I'm
okay, Udwak said, my working program for code so that a code number me I call your commissioner. Shadow me a friend Rimbody Cup. See, you say, Ebeng FM. A code 080-3276-7729. I code Mass on Worker Studio code no time call your commissioner Mokop. That's all. Okay, we have another caller. The program is Akwa Ibom Mandate. Akan Okon speaks. He's been able to highlight the benefits of the airport, and he set aside making money for the state. There's going to be some level of tourist attraction. That is to say, people will be coming to our state. He has also put up a roadmap that very soon we'll be flying high to outside Nigeria. Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, morning.
Yeah, good morning. Who am I speaking with? Where are you calling from, sir?
Yes, my name is Elizabeth. I'm calling from Calabar.
Okay, if you're from Calabar, go ahead.
Yes, sir. The governor Odom Emmanuel, no matter what the people may say. You know that it's not everybody like good things. So I want to congratulate them Emmanuel for the 3 extras that he just got to acquire in the whole of Africa. I'm very proud to come. I'm very proud to be a private citizen, because other states in Nigeria, they are complaining that their governor are not doing anything in their state. But for me, for my own governor to do that is a benefit to everybody. So I want to say that God will bless Udom Emmanuel. God will give him more life.
Amen.
God will bless, continue to bless Akwa Ibom as all. So that is my own contribution.
Thank you, nephew.
Okay.
Program. Mr. Commissioner,
thank you.
God will bless you and your family and your own good work.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen. Okay. Maybe with that, we do a little song. This song is done by Ekemini Esia. We try and do this song for the governor. This song is all about the governor and his achievement. This song was done immediately after his swearing in as a governor, and this young man decided to contribute through song to the development and, of course, the capacity of His Excellency. They call him Mr. Integrity. They call him Mr. Industrialization. Enjoy this song wherever you are, Your Excellency. Go right back. Please don't go away.
You want to follow me? If you don't look in my face, why you pretend to be my friend?
PDP, power to the people, power to the people. PDP. I'm here. Parawa ikimnesi ambele tibomindi swat no frekwa ibomo. Okay, Governor Udom Emmanuel, yes, or Governor Nyan to 2023. Caprini, Yarika, Udomoda Ukara, Udomoda Ukara, Udomoda Ukara, Udomoda Ukara, Udomoda Ukara. PDP mbre freedom, Udom Emmanuel Etiewo, Aben Memedo Quaibum, Aben Uforo Idongan, Parawa and Amtutum, Benita Quaibum. Ibanu reko binemesa atuge atuna anamso adiong idong ofon ememeba ufuroba utumoba kwai mo we ko binemesa omene wida ukara udomoda ukara udomoda ukara udomoda ukara udomoda ukara udomoda ukara Udom Emmanuel Etiewo etimpo ra idong ema ayunu kpono ayimemem ukarudo karigo na who be the winner Udom who be the baba Udom who be the guru Now who be a governor? Emmanuel. Yanka is some bantu. Governor Udom Emmanuel. Fon song is Udomona. Power substation. Udomona. 21-story building. Udomona. Second runway. Udomona. Deep sea port. Udomona. Ibom flour mill. Coconut factory. Udomona. Victory factory. Udomona. Toothpick factory. Udomona. Syringe factory. Udomona. What of Ibom A? Udomona. Cassava processing factory. And here we nam. Palm kernel processing factory. And here we nam. Plastic factory, Udomona, ethanol plant, Udomona, pencil factory, Udomona, Ibom rice farm, Udomona, peacock pen, Udomona, what of starch plant, Udomona, international worship center, near Weebop, Udom, Uyo senatorial district, amen amo. Ikore senatorial district, amen amo. Eket senatorial district, Menieti governor, amen amo. Udomoda ukara.
Only God.
Yeah, sometimes very good to contribute to the development of your state. You've done a great deal. I believe His Excellency was really dancing. If he didn't do it, I was doing it right here in the studio for him. We go back to taking text messages. Akan Okon speaks in this edition of Akwa Ibom Mandate. And of course, if you have any question, we'll soon go to the social media. If Solo, the head of ICT, is standing by, we want to get those questions from the social media and try as much as we can to answer them right here. The commissioner is here. Oh, the former commissioner, the immediate past commissioner. Well, somebody sent a message here that he knows that Akan Okon is going to work with His Excellency to 2023. But when we get to that political angle, we'll try as much as we can to take those questions. Yeah. I said, good morning, sir. Sam, please inform the government to develop some streets in the state capital. Yes, the government is listening. This one says, good morning, Honorable Commissioner. Mr. Politics today, Ibom Air is a real. I am staff of Ibom Air. It's not political. I was interviewed by the team of consultant. Etimbuk is my name. Okay. So, which means this airplane belongs to Akwa Ibom State. So, I congratulate former Commissioner, more power, and the inclusion of Mr. Udom, new executive. I want to fly Ibom Air through planet-free air travel. How can I benefit from this? Duncan, you sound like somebody who has traveled before. What Planet Radio is saying is that they need somebody who has never traveled by air before. I said, good morning, sirs. Please, my concern is to appeal to the governor to establish skill acquisition center in the 31. This person, you need to know there's the skill acquisition center going on. Maybe I'll try and bring the lady around to talk to you so that you will understand. Skill acquisition centers skill acquisition training has been going on in the state, and so get yourself updated so that you know where to go. I just want to say that please, I need your support of. This is supposed to be very personal, not for air consumption. Okay, another one says, please, I am charging the committee of People's Parliament to observe.
Power to the people, power to the people, PDP. I'm here, Paraguay, Kimunesi, I'm very to be in this one of Requai Boom. Okay, Governor Udom Mandela, yes, how to governor to 2023. Caprini. Yarika Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara PDP mbre freedom Udomi Mandela Tiewo Abene Memedo Akwa Ibom Abenu Forodo Idongen Mbara Wen am Tudum Leni Taro Akwa Ibom Ibanu Reko Binemesat Atuke Atuna Anamso Adiong Idong Ofon Ememeba Ufroba Utumoba Kwai Mo Weko Binemesat Omene Wida Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomoda Ukara Udomi Mandela Tiewo Etimpo Idongema Aginukono Aginemem Ukarudo Karigo Na who be the winner Udom Who be the Baba Udom Who be the Guru Udom Na who be a governor Manuel Yanka Isom Bantu Governor Udom Emmanuel Fon Songisang Udomona Powers of Station Udomona 21-story building Udomona second runway Udomona deep sea port Udomona Ibom flour mill coconut factory Udomona literary factory Udomona toothpick factory Udomona syringe factory Udomona what of Ibom A Udomona cassava processing factory and Ewinam palm kernel processing factory and Ewinam Udom plastic factory Udomona ethanol plant Udomona pencil factory Udomona Ibom rice farm Udomona peacock paint Udomona what of starch plant Udomona international worship center and Ewibop Udom Uyo senatorial district Emenamo Ikorekpene senatorial district Emenamo Eket senatorial district Menieti governor Emenamo Udomoda Ukara
at a time so that you know that this has been going on. Some of you get wrong information. Some of you are trying to politicize it. From all the information we gather, gratuity has been paying by segment, and why that is done so that it can go around everyone. Please get to submit your papers in time. Akwa Ibom State is the only state now in the country that pays your pension immediately you retire the next month. And so prepare your papers before you actually retire so that you get your pension the next month you stop getting your salary. I think that's a good thing the governor has done. Okay, these are the ones says I'm Akan Okon fan. Good morning, Mr. Commissioner. Please, when will the street opposite secretariat be done by IBB? Where? Okay. Sunday we'll bring the Commissioner of Works to talk about road construction. Mr. Sam Akan, good morning to both of you, sirs. I want to thank God for the Honorable Commissioner who has so much in his hands, yet still lives up to expectation. Kudos to him. Mr. Sam, please take me along to the 4 points by Sheraton today. Kudos to you. A lot in politics today. Okay, boy, you know, if you go there now, you need to buy your chicken pie and maybe fish pie, because I'm told they haven't started cooking, not when it was commissioned and certain food were imported into the place. We don't want to do that kind of show. We want to go there when the place is commissioned, so that, or real commission, so that we can partake in the continental dishes and African dishes like the commissioner's promised. Yes, Honorable Commissioner, before we go, wanted to round off. Give us something to take home. Akwa Ibom people are very hopeful. You have raised our hope this morning. What should we expect in the completion agenda of Governor Udom Emmanuel? And there are a lot of personal messages here that has to do with you, and I know that we didn't come here to talk about you. And of course, some also saying that, asking if you still want to work with Governor Udom till 2023. There are a whole lot of questions like that, but we're not going to deal with that. We're not going to deal with that today. We'll definitely bring you some other time to talk about yourself. But today is about Akwa Ibom. Give us hope.
Yeah, Sam, thank you very much for having me here this morning.
Thank you.
What I like to say is that indeed Akwa Ibom State is blessed to have Governor Udom Emmanuel as their governor at this particular point in time. Like I said earlier, His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel came into power at a time that there were economic challenges in the country and in the world. But bringing to bear his experiences from the financial service sector, he was able to navigate this state through these troubled waters, even without assessing the federal government bailout window that was provided for states to solve their problems, because he did not believe that he should mortgage the future of the state. But from what we have seen in the last 4 years, I think the assessment everywhere in the world is that Governor Udom Emmanuel has done very well. He has exceeded the expectation. He has exceeded all the promises that he made during his campaign. And like I said, you see, a wine that is in a bottle for a very long time, like it's always said, those who drink say that it is sweeter, it is better. Now, he has more experience and he understands the problems in our state and the needs of our people. I believe that in this second half, you know, like in football match, there's some game that you win it in the second half. I believe that His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel is going to perform far better than what he did in the second half, in the first term. So I want to urge Akwa Ibom people that His Excellency will be able to deliver on his promises to us when we have a state that is peaceful, that want us to continue to maintain this level of peace, which has attracted a lot of investors to the state. And I believe that just like the Bible said, that all what we owe to our leaders is prayers. We have to pray for our leaders. So we have to pray for Governor Udom Emmanuel and his government, for God's wisdom to guide him in the affairs of leading our state to greatness. I have no doubt that given what he has done, and I'm sure Sam too, you don't have any doubt, that His Excellency is going to exceed the performance that he did in his first term.
Definitely. On that very promissory note, and very promising too, and very hopeful, Akwa Ibom people, we are very happy, so delighted to have you around. And I also want to close up by saying that this is from Jeremiah. He said he's watching from Abuja, that Ibom Air is real. He boarded the flight to Abuja. And so that's the size of the show. I want to thank the crew led by Solomon Ayo, and also the one led by Manasseh, and the one led by Mfon and Nosuna. And of course, the prayer for this program this morning was done by Prophet Etobekwe. My name is Samson. I want to thank the executive producer of this program, Ekere Todo. See you on Thursday. Bye-bye.
We are the new Planet Radio Station. I love it.
It's awesome.
Revolving around you.
to the people. Power to the people. PDP. I'm here. Parawa ikimnesi ambele tibo mindi swat no fre kwa ibomo. Moke governor Udomi Mandola yes how governor nyen to 2023. Gaprini Yarika. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. PDP mbre freedom. Udomi Mandola tiyewo. Abene memedo kwa ibom. Abene uforodo idongen. Mbarawa na mti udom. Leni taro kwa ibom. Ibanu dwa ko binemesat. Atuke atuna anamso adiong idong ofon ememeba ufuroba utumoba kwa imo we ko binemesat. Omene wi da ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomoda ukara. Udomi Mandola tiyewo etimpo re idongema aginu kono aginemem bukarudo karigo na who be the winner Udom who be the baba Udom who be the guru Udom na who be a governor Manuel Yanka isombanti Udom Governor Udomi Manuel fon songisang Udomona power substation Udomona 21-story building Udomona second runway Udomona deep sea port Udomona Ibom flour mill coconut factory Udomona metering factory Udomona toothpick factory Udomona syringe factory Udomona what of Ibom A Udomona cassava processing factory and Ewinam palm kernel processing factory and Ewinam Udom plastic factory Udomona ethanol plant Udomona pencil factory Udomona Ibom rice farm Udomona peacock pen Udomona what of starch plant Udomona international worship center and Ewibop Udom Uyo senatorial district Emenamo Ikorekpene senatorial district Emenamo Eket senatorial district Menieti governor Emenamo Udomoda ukara